Alright traders, Jason with Swing Trading Authority back here again. Wanted to go ahead and do a follow-up on our last leg of the move. If you remember the last video I put out here, just to kind of reorientate you, we had placed our Fibonacci extension tool out and we kind of did a live in the market, what's going on type of show about this 127 extension we were trying to hit that was back down into previous structure support over here on the left. As you can see, if I remember right, the last time we terminated, we were off market on our 2-minute chart somewhere around the 5 o'clock hour here. And as you can see, we kind of rolled around all night, and then finally, there at 3 o'clock in the morning during the European session, we came down and hit our profit target. So well done for that swing trade with using the ratios. The next move naturally would have been, if we take a look at this, and we had, if you'll remember right, we had this width of the channel move here. If I copy and paste this, we were looking for a press right back down into structure support, which we did get there. And then naturally the next move would have been a pullback, bringing in my line again of the width of the channel here. So I copy and paste that, and we would have been looking at, with the Fibonacci retracement tool here, a pullback somewhere into the 786 retracement. And this was the Geithner came out and talked and had this huge swing in the currency market in the euro as he was speaking, and then came back and retracted it, and we pulled all the way back down. So had you taken a long position here at the 127 looking for that pullback, and once again guys, I apologize for not getting this out to you guys, for all you out there on the web, but basically had a pullback here and targets were attained at the 786, and then naturally the next move that we'd be looking at from there is another one-to-one width of the channel move, which in this case, if I copy and paste that in about right here, is basically back down into structure resistance. Now if you remember looking at the daily chart here, we are looking for a pullback to at least the 382 retracement. And so, that is a move that is, again, with the underlying trend of the daily market. So we are looking for this continuation here of, once again, just to reorientate you guys if you don't remember, last swing high to swing low here brings in, we had a resistance here right at the 618 retracement, and now looking at a pullback into the 382 area. So right now, on the 60-minute chart, looking at it, we're now in the direction moving back down towards our 382 retracement here. But I'm going to go ahead and pull in my Fibonacci retracement tool, swing low to this swing high. We're at the 618 now. We should be may see a little pop here, but we're looking for a move back down into the structure resistance in the direction of the move. Wanted to show you guys something else. This was one I thought I was recording, but it turns out when I double-clicked on the record button, so when I thought I was recording, I was actually paused, and when I thought I was paused, I was recording dead air. So I wanted to walk back through this with you. This was today on the 26th, a move down into the 127 extension, and I'm just going to run back through it. Like I said, it loses some of its meaning if to look at it after the fact and say, oh yeah, well, yeah, of course he found it after it happened. But this was something that I was following today and wanted to kind of show you again. So now that my chart's cleared off, let me go ahead and pull this in here. We actually we identified this trade right here in this channel. And as I bring in my Fibonacci retracement tool here, drag this down in, as you can see, what alerted us to the potential move here was this consolidation in this area right here around the 382 retracement level. When we start to see some failure there, good chance we're going to see a projection down into the 127 extension. Plus, it's in the direction of the overall move. If we look at the daily chart again, we can see looking for that 382 retracement level here, maybe perhaps even a 618 depending on what happens. But moving back over here to the hourly chart, saw this move and this stutter pause here at the 382, went ahead and called the projection down into the 127 extension. So I go ahead and grab my Fibonacci extension tool, go swing high to swing low here, then back again, and we look for a termination right here around the 127 extension. Now, if I look left, I've got some previous structure support here at my blue line, and then of course this brown line underneath it is actually the 382 retracement. Since we know that most runs terminate somewhere around the 127, 1618 extension, you know, taking your profits anywhere in here is going to be fine. You can try and capture everything and come all the way down here and hit this previous structure resistance or structure support line. I've always been one that's been has been more conservative, and it said, you know, if you're up 100 pips, you know, why? If you've had a termination, the market's done exactly what you've asked it to, you know, why are you trying to squeak out that extra 20 or 30 pips? You know, you're not going to get rich on one trade. At least you shouldn't be thinking that way. And so as I looked at this, we went ahead and took the trade, went short here. Market did exactly what we wanted it to at the open. We saw a little bit of a pop, and then, you know, just a nice natural rollover down into the 127 extension, which is where we're at now. Moving back over here to the euro, guys, this can be the really frustrating thing about these ratio trades, is because you just don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know, you know, ultimately if it's going to happen. You're making educated guesses based on a set of rules as to how you're going to enter and exit the market. And if you don't have those rules in place, then knowing all of this fancy stuff about width of the channel moves and ratio trades and Fibonacci levels and this, that, and the other is great theory, but it doesn't provide you any tangible, you know, it doesn't give you anything that's going to allow you to make money in the markets. You have to have developed a strategy and a system that you've tested that you know is going to be effective. That is the only way to be sure that you're going to be profitable in the markets. So once again, guys, to recap here on the euro, we are looking for a press back down into structure support. That's the red line here at the bottom. And as we can see here on our pound, this was the pound move that I told you about, the 127 extension. We're sitting here. We're going to sit here for a while. I'm going to wait and see what happens here. See if we actually get our pullback and then a press down into the 382, or if it rolls right over to the 382. So sit tight, guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck and good trading.